Good afternoon, Brother Jim reporting here at End Times Prophecy News. Winning, 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 don't get tired. President Trump decreases debt to GDP ratio, indicating economy is growing faster than the U.S. debt. Finally. Even with all those tax benefits and credits and lowering of taxes? You bet. More winning. President Trump is reducing the debt to GDP ratio, indicating that under his presidency, the economy is growing faster than the national debt, faster than any other nation. Oh, and did you know that there are more jobs available than there are people? I forgot how it goes. There are more jobs available. I believe it's 7 million jobs open in the U.S., and they don't have people to fill those jobs. There's more jobs than the people we have to even put in those jobs. According to Rex Sinquefield at Forbes in October of 2016, the Obama recovery of the last 7 years remains the worst in post-war American history. Average gross domestic product growth since the bottom of the recession in 2009 was barely above 2.1% per year. The average since 1949 is well above 4% per year during the previous 10 expansions. This result is not just bad, it is catastrophic. The average American should not be wondering if his or her income is a bit above or below 2007 levels. Just by historical averages, the average American should be 20% better off than in 2007. And this slow growth is settling in as a permanent new abnormal. I believe the root cause of abysmal growth is the huge tax increases imposed by Obama and the Democrats in Congress since 2008. The most harmful were the increase in the capital gains tax from 15 to 20%, the increase in top bracket income from 35 to 39.6%, and the new tax of 3.8% on investment income in the Affordable Care Act, ACA. The massive increase in the regulatory burden through the ACA and the Dodd-Frank bills are also crushing, but unfortunately are harder to measure. President Obama never reached an annual GDP growth rate of more than 3.0%. No president over the past century has not ever been held to GDP growth rates of less than 3.0% until Obama. But President Trump averaged a better than 3% GDP last year. More impressive, and I don't believe that these GDP rates are accurate, but more impressively, when comparing the amount of USD debt from the government's daily report of debt to the amount of debt GDP from the current GDP release, the amount of debt to GDP is decreasing under President Trump, a very good thing. Here you see your debt versus GDP ratio is 55%, way back in 2000. Then it goes up in 2004 to 60. Then it goes even to 85 in 2009, 93, 100% in 2012, at the highest, it hits 101.7 in 2014 under the Obama or Barry Soetoro regime. Then it is now in 16, his final year, Obama regime was actually 105%, and now it is decreasing. In 2018, it actually went up a little worse to 106. But now it's decreasing in 2009 quarter to 103.2%. The ratio of debt to GDP is decreasing drastically from 105.3% when Obama was president to 103% at the end of the second quarter of 2019. Note that Obama increased the debt to GDP ratio by 30% over his first 2 years and more than 40% during his 2 terms in office. Yes. Remember, he became president in 2009. Look at this. From 68 all the way to 105. That's terrible. If President Trump had the same luxury of a 0% interest rate as Obama, and the debt to GDP would be much less because U.S. debt would be $1 trillion less. But we got to make him look bad, you know. More than $1 trillion of the $2 trillion increase in debt under President Trump is due to the Fed's increase in rates. Oh, that would be Fed Chairman Jerome Powell due to that. Yeah. If it wasn't for the Fed, the U.S. would be paying down national debt. Despite this, the economy is still getting stronger and stronger. Thank you for listening. May the Lord bless.